everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Have you ever got high on chores? Right now, my name is Ted Nugent, and like every day of my life, which, by the way, the reason I'm high on life is because God gave me another gift of life today on the 26th day of January, 2024. And I'm in my man cave cuckoo's nest, just stinking of freedom, life, liberty, and the pursuit of gonzo happiness. So be sure that you carpe diem. Be sure you grasp the day. You celebrate every day. And I'm glad that you're celebrating every day with me. And the ultimate way to celebrate God's precious gift, sacred gift of life, is to treat that gift, that sacred temple, with reverence. And I'm just a guitar player. And I know I look crazy and I sound crazy because I'm so irrefutably projecting truth, logic, and common sense that appears crazy. I see people put things on their social media when somebody references my record and says how great the Double Live Gonzo album is. Of course it's a great Double Live Gonzo album. It's the best live album in the history of the world. And people go, I hate Ted Nugent. I hate his politics. Well, if you hate Ted Nugent and you hate my politics, then you hate life. You hate life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If you hate my politics, then you hate America, because my politics are the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. That's all I am. I'm a humble servant. I constantly genuflect at the altar on wounded knees because they're both replaced. I hope you enjoyed me jumping off my amplifiers for those thousands and thousands of concerts. I had no idea what a meniscus was till my doctor said, you have no meniscus. What? So yes, I'm a radical and extreme, and people hate me because of my politics, because there are such brain-dead stoners out there. And by the way, well, I'm a stoner and I'm a conservative. You were a better person and a better conservative before you got stoned. And once you got stoned, it's almost impossible to be that better person again, because getting stoned whittles away at your spirit, your intellect, your energy, your compass. Well, that's ridiculous, Ted. Joe Rogan would argue with me. I have dear friends that would argue with me. I love Joe Rogan. How about Joe Rogan? Boy, that guy's got a middle finger. Hey, Joe, I love you so much. Is he the number one communicative force in the world? But I think maybe I am moving up his vapor trail, because I have the Ted Nugent Real America's Voice. Tell everybody you know every Friday night. Come on. Plus, can't you get this all the time? Can't you Google this in the internet, the Radio Free Europe unlimited 24/7 access? Of course you can. Ted Nugent Real America's Voice. Freedom. Unabashed freedom. So Joe Rogan is a communicating monster because he makes so much sense and he likes to get high. Okay. I love you anyway. I still love you. I spent the weekend with Keith Richards at Studio 54, and he was so high he couldn't talk, but I still love him. Anyhow, clean and sober is more enjoyable because it's your A game. It's your maximum, optimum aliveness. So I am optimally maximized aliveness. By the way, maximized has 2 X's in it. And this truth, logic, and common sense orgy right here, along with our Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild TV show, The Pursuit. I spent the day, Wednesday, at the Pursuit Channel booth, their exhibit, across from the United States Concealed Carry Association. My God, it was Ted's World, shooting, hunting, outdoor Ted show. And thousands of people noticed I had a beard. I looked like Santa Claus with a Glock or 2. And people saw Uncle Ted at the outdoor firearms, hardware, conservation, Second Amendment celebration. It wasn't a rock and roll celebration, but everything is a rock and roll celebration. Everybody loves Killer Rock and Roll by the Killer Rock and Roll bands that carried on the Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Jerry Lee Lewis fire baton. And all of a sudden at the Pursuit, by the way, everybody at Pursuit, I have a Pursuit hat here. Anyhow, law enforcement heroes from all around the world, but especially here in the last best place, the United States of America, they stood in line for hours to say hello to the old greasy guitar player. I love you, people. law enforcement, military, working hard, playing hard, families of every imaginable description and background and ethnicity and religion and color. There was a few gender confused there based on the purple hair and the pig rings. Why would you girls put a pig ring in your nose? What in the hell are you doing? You're not a member of the Watusi tribe. What are you doing with the pig ring? And then some of you have a bad diet because you must shop at the American grocery stores where the USDA and the FDA guarantees you will be poisoned and you will bloat. So these young ladies are bloated. They got green hair and a pig ring, and they actually buy makeup and put in fake eyelashes as if that's going to help. My God, the experience is so telling. So thank you, everybody who came to the Pursuit Channel booth. And if you don't get Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild TV, your humor factor is on standby because I'm a funny son of a heavy on the son of a side. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this. But yes, our government is the enemy of America. And I told the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, I asked them, I think I was chewing a crowbar because I'm so angry. What man, what human being could possibly think they have the authority over a free American, whether my rifle is quieter and safer, and that I have to get some man's permission and a federal document to make my rifle quieter and safer? The ATF are so brainwashed, so soulless, so jackbooted that they think they have the authority over an American when we want to make our rifle quieter and safer, i.e. a suppressor, a silencer. It's not a silencer. It doesn't silence anything. And I got to go through this bureaucracy who just burns our tax dollars to get their permission to make my rifle quieter and safer. And I asked them, I said, where the hell do you think you've got that authority? When you get up in the morning as a fellow man, as a fellow human, what goes on in your brain that tells you you're in control of anybody else's desire to make our rifles quieter and safer? Now take your time, Mr. ATF, take your time, gather your thoughts to the best of your ability. Try to wade through all the brainwashing, and I dare you to tell me where you think you got the authority to determine whether my rifle is quieter and safer or not. You don't. You're an illegitimate bureaucracy, like all of them. Now, the Federal Aviation Administration, there's some mitigating factors to their efficiency. I give you that. And the National Safety Transportation Board, they do a good job investigating crashes after the fact. Instead of having quality control, they investigate damage control. Are you still with me? Oy vey. So you know what the ATF agents said when I asked them these legitimate questions? They had nervous twitches and attempting to smile like a deer in a blinding headlight. They had no answer. And I would welcome any agent. How about who's the director of the ATF? How about that prick? How about that anti-freedom infringer? How about the director? Is that him? How about the director of the ATF come on and debate the author of Wango Tango? Certainly you can beat me. Certainly you can win a debate with Ted Nugent. What's his name? Anybody in the earpiece? What's this prick's name? What a prick. I can't hear you. Anyhow. Beto Beck? Beto Beck? But what Beto Butt? What is this? See, I can even find comedy in look at this guy. This is an anti-gun guy. He's an infringer. He's a criminal. Hey, Beto Butt, come on my show and debate me. Look at this guy. This guy wouldn't know the difference between a 22 long rifle and a 460 Weatherby. He thinks he has the authority over whether I get to keep and bear arms. And again, what in God's good green acres does alcohol, tobacco, and firearms have to do anything? Why isn't it the alcohol, tobacco, firearms, pantyhose, and skateboard agency? Why aren't you in charge of skateboards? Because you have the same authority over a skateboard as you do a beer. And if you do have authority over tobacco, then why did you let the tobacco industry poison the cigarettes and the tobacco products, killing Americans? I guess those deaths would be on your hands. And if you have authority over alcohol, then why haven't you stopped the orgy of drunk driving slaughter? And if you're in charge of firearms, if you think you are, and you're not, and what is the difference between an 18-inch barrel shotgun and a 17.5-inch barrel shotgun? What is the difference between a legal length shotgun and one that's half an inch shorter that's a felony? And there is no difference. There's no difference. Banning short-barreled rifles is an infringement. It says shall not infringe. You're infringing. If I had a short-barreled rifle, which I do because I have the federal tax stamp to authorize me owning a short-barreled rifle, I feel like an idiot. You know who the idiots are? The Uncle Sam gang of bureaucrats. They're horrible, soulless, nasty, criminal, corrupt punks. My name's Ted Nugent. I love you.